think for everybody here, like, I'm going to go on a limb and say probably some strong statements I may regret later, but educators have significantly more profitable ways to monetize their audience than entertainers. And so hear me out on this. If you're a fighter or you're a singer or you're a football player, right? You, believe it or not, are an entertainer. And a lot of people in sports don't want to consider themselves entertainers, but what they sell is distraction. And I don't mean that, again, as a slight. I say that in earnest. And so if you want to have a community, you either have to pick this as an approximation of entertainment, which is like the production value and how easy it is and convenient for them to consume. Those all become very important things for the entertainment to be indeed entertaining. So you need to become a master creator of content. If you want to teach education, then you have a lot more liberty in terms of the quality and the production, so the production quality, but you then have to get closer to actually teaching something. So I'll give you a perfect example. So think about Tony Hawk, right? So Tony Hawk is somebody who's a great skateboarder, right? And he's got a legendary, name behind that. If he said behind the scenes of Tony Hawk's life, he's going to really only capture people who are super fans and just like want to know or get closer to him, right? On the other hand, if he taught his system for your first ollie in 30 days or your first kickflip in 6 weeks or whatever, right? He's actually teaching a skill. And so if Taylor Swift wanted to get into education, she could either teach personal branding, she could teach how to negotiate album stuff, she could teach how to sing or how to perform. Like there's a lot of skills that they have they could teach, but it's not something that you typically expect from a Taylor Swift. But that community would be likely, you could charge a much higher premium for the skill that's being taught. And so you have to be very clear up front. Am I an entertainer or am I an educator? And if I am an educator, what skill am I teaching them in what timeline? So TJ Koppel, what about smaller artists and entertainers? Is that a lack of credibility? Yes and no. If you want to teach, the thing is if you're, let's say you're a C tier comic, right? You can teach everyone who's worse than you. And I would be upfront about it. Be like, I teach the fundamentals of comedy. And a lot of people might find that interesting. And it's like, hey, be more interesting at social engagements. Get more career advancement because people find you funny. And maybe learn to do gigs on the side. But the other two benefits would probably apply to a lot more people. But again, you're teaching the education, not doing behind the scenes of your shows where you tell jokes. That's the big difference. Are we distracting them or do we want them to change their behavior? If we want to change the behavior, we have to be clear about what the behavior is and on what timeline. And if we're distracting them, the point of the content is to get people to watch it. That's all it is. That's the point of entertainment.
Listen, if we get 1 out of 2 paid communities to make money, most people don't have organic audiences. So we had to figure it out or no one would stay on Skool, but we have. And that's why we have tens of thousands of groups on Skool right now. And as much as I'd like to think people love me, people stay because they make money. And we'll show you exactly how they did it. And also, just to make sure you don't get stuck on any step, I answer questions every single week. And so now's the best time to get started. So if that sounds at all interesting, the best part is you can start a community of your own absolutely free. Worst case, start for free, you decide to quit, and then you can take all the training that other people charge thousands of dollars for with you for free. Best case, you take a zero risk move and build an online business that could change your life forever. And to be clear, I'm not asking you to decide yes or no today. I'm asking you to make an informed decision. That's it. And the only way you can do that is on the inside, not on the outside. So get inside and see if everything that we say is true and valuable to you. And if you get in and decide it's not for you, no sweat. But you can't truly make an informed decision right now for the same reason you don't buy a house without looking inside of it first, or test drive a car before buying it. So this is a guaranteed risk-free test drive. And the only reason you can make an offer that strong is because you're confident that what you have is the real deal. And I'm fairly confident that when you sign up by hitting the button below, you're getting exactly what you need to start your online business. So you might as well give it a shot. The only other guarantee is that if you don't take this shot, you'll stay right where you are right now. But if you take action, you could be the next one coming out to Vegas celebrating how quickly you built an online business with consistent monthly recurring revenue and driving away in a Cybertruck or with 100 grand in cash in your pocket. Pretty neat. So click the button below, join us in the Skool Games. I take calls every Monday, hop on and be sure to let me know you're new. I'll see you on the other side.